Hello everybody, it's Louie. It's January the 6th. Hope everybody had a Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. Headed down here to do a little fishing. And I don't care how many times I've been down here, this never gets old. Coming over this hill and the first time seeing what the Gulf looks like. And it looks pretty nice. Not too rough. Doesn't look like the water's super clear, but doesn't look too bad. We're going to head on down. Maybe we can find some clear water and maybe find some fish. I'm also going to try to find some of those, or at least one of them. I have on a GPS, a geodetic marker, and I don't know, something to do. So I'll check in with y'all later. Well, I didn't catch anything at that last spot, so I moved on down a few miles. Probably about 34 miles down here right now. Give her a try and see what happens. Oh, I did get a new pair of waders after all my other ones were very leaky, very leaky. I know I said I don't like waders, and I don't, but sometimes you just have to do what you have to do not to get too cold, you know. See what happens here. Hopefully catch something. I did talk to somebody there. They were fishing in the high banks. They'd caught, I don't know how many, some pompano. He didn't say how many, but he did catch some. So things are looking up. And also I haven't caught a hardhead, so that's good too. All right, I'll check in a bit. Bite here, let's see. I don't think there's anything there. There might be something there, I can't tell yet. The problem with these big rods, if you catch something small, you can't really tell if you have a fish on there or not. No, I didn't catch anything. Nabbit. starting to keep it here. Try to get it a few more miles. Find a good spot. Check in a minute. And set up my tent, my habitat. I'm setting up the habitat here. First I'm going to remove my shovel just to get it out of the way. I can set it up without removing it, but I think it's just better to take it. Then up these guys. Got my clamp here, carabiner. Easier said than done. Got this guy off. The other side here. Put these guys off. Put this guy off. remove the hook here. It always hangs up. I think I would learn not to do that. There she goes. She wants to open up already. See, what I should have done already was hook my pole there on the push point, but I didn't. But I'm doing that now. Put the carabiners in here. Pull the poles out. Maybe. Let's go. Hook this guy up. Which side it goes? It goes on this side. Hooks up there. On there. Always like to close the lid here, not that it gets in the way, but makes me feel better. Take this guy and get his flush. There you go. Let's pull this guy off here. Now you can do this by yourself, and I will. It's easier if you have two people. So what I can do, so this is an accessory I had put on here. It's the airplane track. And for me to pull this down, this really helps out a lot. If I can get it in the right spot. And I have this guy. What I will do is disconnect it from here, connect it over here to the main camper. I can pull it down and the location I'm in here, I'm gonna have to raise my foot up a little bit. Or will I have to? I just have to add just a little bit of pressure to get him the rest of the way down. Now he's set up. I'll do that over here on this side. Leave him. Put him up here where he doesn't slide around. Man. So in there, you got to make sure that you clean these really well and lubricate them. Keep the getting all the rest of it. And there you go, that's all that. And now pull this guy out, pull him over. And then it has a couple of snaps. One snap here, and go around to the other side, and there is another snap. Wow, look at all those birds working over there. Anyway, back to setting the tent up. Get the other snap. He snaps in there. Then we have this, pull this guy tight. You don't have to pull it too tight, just kind of enough to keep it from flapping. I have to worry too much about that tonight because it's not that windy. There we go. And then now we have this guy. Comes in here, comes up. Through here, there, and there. You don't have to pull them too tight, just enough to kind of keep them from flapping. I have had this guy deployed in the desert, and the winds were really howling. I'd probably say they were probably blowing 40 to 50 miles an hour. And it was amazing. This thing didn't flap at all. Well, much anyway. There was the place we were staying at, there was a guy that had a tent there, and man, oh man, his tent was really flapping all night long. Kind of caved in. But he made it through the night anyway. And that's that. And this guy, kind of get him over. It's just to kind of keep the rain out. I have some little lungees that clamp onto there that you can keep. Kind of keeps the rain from getting in there. Well, I'm not expecting any rain, so I'm not going to put those up tonight. And that's that. That's the habitat deployed. Oh yeah. You gotta love it. So I'm gonna clean my feet a little bit. I gotta get up and do some house cleaning in here. Some house maintenance. Ooh, that didn't get on my behind. That's gonna be cold. Try to keep as much sand out of here as possible, but you can't keep it all out of here. That's just the way it is. So get used to it if you do a lot of beach camping. Sand is sand. So what I'm gonna do now is set up my heater because I think it's gonna be pretty chilly. It's pretty warm now, but I mean not warm, it's 60 degrees. But if you're moving around, 60 degrees is pretty warm, I guess. Here's my house view. Nice. And then now you have a power cord. Put that up there that I don't lose it. I got a big knot. I don't know why it is with wires always. Even if you don't move wires, they end up in a knot. Why is that? Come on, tell me. And then the controller cord. If you can see, there's the little controller. Turn it on, off. Max power. Works great. This we had this in the desert again when it was really cold. I say for down here in South Texas, really cold. It was probably in the upper 30s. For us, that's freezing. I mean, come on. Who wants to be out in that kind of weather? I know you people up north. You would say, what a bunch of wimps, but I guess it's what all you get acclimatized to. Put that down. I don't want to drop it in the sand, so we'll just leave it like that. And now we have the hose where the air comes up through. We call this, my wife and I, we call this the unruly hose because it's out of control. It's a pain in the butt. Drop that in the sand. So what I'm going to do is just pull that tight so it doesn't fall out of there, and connect it to the heater. So we got this clamp to clamp the unruly hose. Well, need a flathead screwdriver for that. So if there's one in here, and there is, what do you know? So use this clamp on the unruly hose. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, right? Come on. There we go. And he goes here. That's where the air comes out. Up. This actually came with the clamp, but Lewis lost it. Louis lost it. Oh well. But it will stay on there even without this clamp, but you're better off with it, I guarantee it. So he's on there. Now we have these connectors. This one for the controller. There we go. Some for the power. Awesome. Now let's drag out the Blue Eddy. I have a Blue Eddy EB70. Works great. One thing you don't want to do is over solder it like I did on my other one. It only takes up to 200 watts solar panel, and I had my other solar battery there, the AC 200P, and I had my 320 watt panels hooked to that puppy, and well, rather than remembering to disconnect, well, Louis just plugged it in and blew it up. But I have to say, Blue Eddy is awesome, because I called him right there. We were in New Mexico. I called him, sent him an email. They sent me a tracking number, or return UPS. I sent it back, and then within like 3 weeks or 4 weeks, when I got back to home, there it was. It was a refurbed one, I'm pretty sure. But hey, refurbed is better than not working at all, right? I guarantee it. And I've seen a lot of people complain about Blue Eddy, but I had nothing but success with them. And now you plug into the power source here. In fact, I'm going to straighten this up where it's not hanging all over the place. Plug it in here. Turn on the DC output power. Turn on the DC. And it is charged. Awesome, that's what I needed. Then I run this side up into the bed area so I can control it. Before I do that, let's just go ahead and crank it on and make sure that it works. So you hold this down. The little light comes on. Of course, I can't hear. Oh, there we go. You guys probably can't hear that. Got a blast of the fan. And it's going to warm up. You'll hear the, can't hear it from here because the surf roaring, but hear it clunking. That's with the fuel pump. It's warming up, so we'll let it go ahead and warm up. I'll actually hang this down this way so I can turn it off in a minute. Good morning, everybody. Just put my first rod out here. And I got to retie a shock leader on my other rod. But now I look pretty frayed. I don't want to risk losing a fish. We're afraid not, right? Frayed, not afraid, but frayed. It's a little cloudy. The water's still clear. It's a little chilly. We're gonna make the best of it. See y'all in a bit. Getting a bite here, finally. Let's see if there's anything on here. I can't tell. There might be something on there. It's coming in pretty fast. Not putting up any fight at all. Yeah, there's something on there, not very big. Small whiting. Yeah. Better than catching nothing, I guess. So I'm back here in the dunes here. This is a pretty interesting place. On Google Earth it shows that I know that at one time there was an old road, but on Google Earth it shows it's still in pretty good shape, which obviously it is not. Unless I have my GPS coordinates wrong. Bit of deer tracks. There's also supposed to be a geodetic survey marker back here, but I don't see it. Maybe it's there, but I really don't care to look that hard. The ocean is beautiful though. Gulf of Mexico. Beautiful. Well, Louis headed off the beach. Fishing wasn't really as good as the last few trips, but that's okay. Caught I don't know, 3 or 4 whiting, only 1 pomp, and 1 bonnet head shark, which was fun. Got out and I looked for that geodetic marker for a little while, and that's about it. My diesel heater kept me toasty warm, and I slept really well last night. So anyway, see you guys later. Until next time, Louis out.